Why choose a design build company as opposed to just a regular general contractor? Well, a design build company is going to be able to provide you with one point of contact throughout the entire project from the beginning of design all the way till final completion. One of the big things that can happen when you have multiple independent entities working on a large complex project is there are gaps, and sometimes those gaps aren't even apparent until you're in the process and construction's already happening and you realize, oh, nobody picked the tile for this thing, or nobody figured out that these cabinets were going to be going here and we don't have blocking, or whatever, which can often mean change orders and extra costs that weren't accounted for.
I am a very firm believer in the design build model. The fact that the design team gets to work with the production team and that we collaborate and can lean on each other. When we've got ideas or questions about the best way to build something, we've got a handful of folks to ask. And when they're in the field and they come across things that maybe we didn't anticipate, they've got a whole host of folks on our side that they can come to for expertise and ideas.
Working with a design build company, you have a continuity of working with one company all the way through, making sure that that vision for the design is carried through to the end, and you don't have a contractor changing things because they're not affiliated with the designer.
There are folks who go and hire an architect and get a set of permit drawings, and then they take them to a builder to get a price and a permit and eventually have that design built. But there are so many pieces that happen in the middle that just sort of fall through the cracks. And with design build, we are making sure that all of the details are thought about.
One of the most important and helpful things about design build for the clients is also the pricing aspect. As we move through the design process, the idea is to get to a scope of work that accomplishes as many of the client's goals as we possibly can in the budget that the client has. So the sooner in the process that we can identify what elements we're going to be able to fit into the budget, the more efficient the design process can be, the less costly design process can be, because we're not getting farther down the road and redesigning and backtracking. As soon as we have a floor plan, we'll stop, build a scope of work, and put numbers on the project. So if it starts to go too far off track, we'll stop and say, hey, here's how we're trending with the numbers based on these factors, these decisions, or whatever. Do we need to course correct and maybe tweak the scope of work to make sure the number's going to land where you want it? And we can have those conversations earlier because we've built pricing into the flow of the whole design process. A company that's not design build just can't do that.